on to channelnewsasia.com/blogs. It's our way to stay in touch with you a little closer.
This is a couple used to attention. When they first met, he was 12, she was 32. Today, Farida and Noor are married.
Since 1980, there's been an increase in the number of older women, younger men couplings. In fact, in the last 30 years, there's been a threefold increase in the number of marriages between couples with a 10-year age gap, with a woman being older. And for couples with a 5-year age gap, there was a notable increase as well, from 846 couples to 1,245. With such celebrity couples like actress Demi Moore and her husband Ashton Kutcher, they're 16 years apart. And pop sensation Madonna and her current boyfriend Jesus, they're 28 years apart. Are we less likely to raise an eyebrow at such pairings anytime soon?
Farida and Noor have been married for a year now. They met when she was teaching him music. He was her star pupil. Eventually, Farida formed a religious musical group with her students. Noor was her lead vocalist.
At that point in time, did you all ever think that this day would come when you would be husband and wife?
Of course not. Never.
Never came across my mind. But maybe
sometime later, when he was in his secondary school, not as husband and wife, but he was thinking of
taking care of
me.
As life or love would have it, the group Noor Ishad gained popularity and Farida, the manager, often traveled with the group. As Noor grew older, he began to feel a growing connection with his manager, but they only realized the depth of their connection when Noor went to Malaysia to study at the age of 22.
The distance between us, we were so far away from each other, kept us contacting each other every day, on the phone, talking, and we talk about normal things like his school,
what I did, what I ate.
Things like that, and we talk about, this music, this song is nice, and we analyze music, the arrangement, things like that. Nothing romantic, but we were talking more and more, and we realized that the distance is kind of like it is quite difficult for us to communicate, because of the long distance. But and I guess that made us realize that we want this to go on, but we don't know how it's going to go on.
At that time, Noor was 26 and Farida 46. Marriage seemed impossible, especially since Noor's mother, some 10 years older than Farida, was good friends with her.
On one level, we seem to be stuck with very traditional still. It seems like traditional ideals that men would marry younger women, or at least women their age, but would not be so likely to marry older women. But on the other hand, I think when we see the big age gaps with much older men and younger women, you get the same kind of frowns, right? Because in that sense, we have progressed, and we start to question things like that.
It was always very natural for both of us. So, but when people start staring and curious, it makes us realize, what did they do? Are we really strange? We started to question.
Noor was the first to bring up the idea of marriage. He felt that the depth of their friendship made him responsible for Farida, and so he wanted to care for her as a husband. Initially, Farida was reluctant, but Noor persisted and convinced her that they could make it work. His family, however, did not see it the same way.
When I told her that I think I want to marry you because I want to take care of you, and she was shocked, and she asked me, "Are you sure?" And I told her that I think I'm sure.
Serious?
Yeah. And I kept telling her that I'm sure, and I will face all the obstacles that I have to, like telling my parents and my siblings and all my friends, and I told her that not to worry.
At the start, your dad was supportive, you said, right?
Yeah.
So at the start, your mom, though, she was against this relationship. And what was her reaction like towards you, and what was her reaction like towards you?
Yeah. To her, it's unbelievable, and it's shocking to find her close friend marrying her son. And to her, maybe it was inappropriate, Even though she didn't say it to me, but I could feel maybe that was going through her mind, like, how could you? That kind of thing, yeah.
I was very, very shocked at first. But eventually, because I'm very close with my brother, so somehow I did question him about his intentions.
Today, the family is celebrating Hari Raya together. The scene is vastly different, though, from what it was 1 year ago when the couple first announced their wedding. When they first got married, the couple visited Noor's mother every single day, despite being met with anger and disappointment. It took a few months before they won his mother over. Now she regularly invites the couple out. Getting here, Farida credits her husband's patience, a trait that she's learned from him.
Miracle happened, I don't know, that suddenly she changed, and we frequently visited to her place, even though that she is not happy, and she even told me that don't come to my place anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you. But I told her, you don't worry.
No, we just go.
We just go. Be polite to her.
Yeah.
Be polite to her and just come.
I guess because we always do that, and maybe it made her realize that we are happy with each other,
Yes.
and she finally accepts, probably, I guess, because we never talk about it with her.
A family's disapproval can wreck a marriage. While the couple have won over Noor's family, younger men, older women unions are not easy to sustain. Especially when a woman's biological clock is ticking, the age difference becomes more apparent. Farida and Noor would like to have kids of their own, but are aware that with Farida being 48, this might not be feasible.
Actually, we talk about polygamy, and there's one time that it's been 1 year we have been married, and I told her once, Yang, I think I don't want to have another wife.
Yeah, he's the one who doesn't want it.
I think you enough already, because I think one is enough for me to get a headache, I think. So I think if I have another one, I will be double headache. Extra Panadol, so I think one is enough.
After all the teasing, and then he's the one who back out.
Chances of a natural conception is much lower. But then again, one has to be cognizant that getting married is not simply for the reason of having children. It is about companionship. It is about finding your life partner.
After the break, Get Rea meets a 26-year-old who fell in love with his 38-year-old boss and her 2 kids.